If one is born male, at least once in his life, he will dream of becoming the strongest man alive. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the main protagonist of Baki, Baki Hanma. Baki Hanma, better known as simply Baki to the world at large, is a carefree yet incredibly driven young man who just so happens to be one of the strongest people on the planet. Baki began his journey to become the strongest man alive with the sole purpose of defeating his father, Yujiro Hanma, the strongest creature on Earth. Baki has been training to become stronger than his dad since basically the day he was born. However, Baki has no interest in becoming the strongest man alive. He simply wishes to become stronger than his father. In the words of Baki himself, "I've never once dreamed of becoming this world's strongest man. I just need to be a little stronger than my old man. I don't need anything else." When Baki was younger, his mother made sure he had the best training equipment and the best trainers to put him in his best possible condition. Baki had the dream of defeating his father ever since he was a child. However, that dream was amplified tenfold when Yujiro killed Baki's mother, Emi Ikizawa, right in front of Baki. Yujiro does this in an attempt to give Baki the motivation he needs to become stronger than him. Still, this is just a dick move, honestly. But that's neither here nor there. Which worked perfectly, as Yujiro thought it would, because from that day on, Baki became obsessed with seeking power and gaining just enough of it to defeat his father. And because mother-killing fathers tend to be just a little distant, there was no one to truly distract Baki from his training except school, which he truly didn't pay much attention in, nor did he attend a lot anyway. Until, that is, he met his girlfriend, Kaozue Matsumoto, who became a huge drive for him to grow even stronger because he wanted to be able to protect her from any threat that came his way. Baki has been training day in and day out ever since he was a child in an attempt to become stronger than his father. However, unlike what you would assume, Baki is not simply a hot-headed brat who picks fights with everyone he can, unless that is someone he cares about is threatened or injured. And even if he is provoked by street thugs, he prefers to end things in a non-violent manner, which is a huge contrast to when he was 13 and would seek out others to fight to simply show off his incredible strength and gain acceptance. Baki also has a half-brother, Jack Hanma, who is one beefed-up looking dude, thanks to all the steroids he takes, but he still lost to Baki in the finals of the Maximum tournament, but we won't be going too heavily into Jack. Now, let's get into the new 2018 Baki anime territory, aka the good stuff. The most evil death row convict saga begins at the start of this show. That is one long name for an arc, but whatever. In which 5 death row inmates from all around the world break out of jail and are headed to Japan to taste defeat. And a little after the start of the arc and a few skirmishes later, Baki begins fighting with Ryoko Yanagi, one of the aforementioned escaped convicts, and Baki faces his first loss since he was a child, and everyone is very disappointed about Baki's defeat. Later, Sikorsky, another death row inmate, abducts Kozue, Baki's girlfriend as mentioned before, and Baki tracks down Sikorsky and kicks him out of a window of the 37th floor of a hotel. However, we later come to realize that Sikorsky didn't die because he has superhuman grip or something ridiculous. However, we also later realized that Baki's fight with Ryoko Yanagi, the other inmate, had left Baki poisoned with a poison that had no known cure, and the only way to save him was to have him fight in the Raitai tournament, a tournament held in Japan every 100 years, which just so happened to be at this exact time because he's the protagonist, so give him a bit of leeway there. And his first fight happens to be with the exact person he needs, another poison user, Kaio Lee, who immediately after the start of their fight poisons Baki because he was in an incredibly weakened state. However, because Baki was poisoned again, the 2 poisons created a yin-yang state in his body and the 2 poisons neutralized each other, and Baki was back. Well, enough that he, won that fight in 2 punches because, yes. After that, Kaioretsu, a fellow helper of Baki, for lack of a better word, helped heal Baki through a lot of food and 16 liters of sugar water because anime. After this, Baki has 2 fights, the first with Shunsui Kaku, the son of Kaio Kaku, the greatest martial artist alive, which Baki won without taking any damage in 2 punches and 1 kick within literally 2 seconds. And I mean that literally, not an exaggeration. It was stated in the show to be exactly 2 seconds. If I'm going to try to add that clip onto the video, but that's probably going to be copyrighted, so we'll see where things go. And the second fight of the current series was with Muhammad Ali Jr. or Muhammad Ali Jr. because yes. Again, without taking any damage, with 1 punch and 2 kicks, Baki wins this in like no time again. And for now, just a few fun facts about Baki. Baki can control his own endorphin flow throughout his body, including but not limited to adrenaline. And in the Underground's martial arts tournament held in Japan, Baki was the undisputed champion. And by the end of the 3rd season of the new Baki anime, Baki was the 2nd strongest man alive, second only to his father. And Baki is only 5 foot 6 inches, which is a huge contrast to virtually everyone else around him, who is just superhuman height. And well, that about does it for our protagonist Baki. Well, that truly doesn't do anywhere near justice that Baki deserves, because it's hard to explain a character that's been written for 277 chapters in a 6.5 minute video. But I wanted to thank all of you for watching my video, and especially if you made it this far, please leave a like and a comment. I'll see you all later.